Hello, one and all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for checking out my series of vlogs. I don't know why I'm indicating here. They're not here, they're here. So, in and amongst and around and alongside my vlogging journey, I'm sure you're very much fully aware of the personal development journey on which I currently am as well. I am endlessly going on about reading and writing and meditating and affirmations and visualizations and all that mystical, mythical, but somewhat realistic stuff. And I have been asked a few times now, what is it I'm doing? Why am I doing it? And what's my goal? As in, why are you doing it? Which, those are some hard questions to answer, because especially the last bit about what's my goal, because I don't have just one goal. I suppose if I were to put everything I'm doing under one umbrella goal, it is to be a better me, or a better version of me. So I thought the best way to describe or explain what it is that I'm doing or why I'm doing it, i.e., having embarked on this personal development journey, is to outline the benefits, the good reasons for why you'd want to do it. And yeah, there are some drawbacks in that. Can you call them drawbacks? I don't know, they're not drawbacks really, because it's something it's something you endure and come across regardless of what you do. And I'll go through that quickly first. So by drawbacks I mean it takes time, as in nothing happens overnight. It takes a lot of effort, hard work, concentration, and dedication and discipline. But then if you want to do anything better, then you need to factor that in regardless. So why not put all that discipline, concentration, focus, etc. into yourself as opposed to something else? So I've got written down here in front of me 5 benefits with a little description for each one of what to expect during, at the end of. Actually, there will never be an end to this journey. So at key points, I suppose, at milestones when you've reached or learned new things, etc. I'm just going to get on with it. So number 1 is that it increases your self-confidence. Now, this was one of the last things I expected for it to bring me. So personal development can help you identify your strengths and weaknesses. So especially once you start identifying your strengths, you become aware of them, and that's what makes you more confident. And once you start identifying your weaknesses, you work on them, you improve them, and before you know it, they are no longer weaknesses. So personal development can help you identify your strengths and weaknesses and to help set goals for yourself. As you achieve your goals, you will gain confidence in your abilities. So obviously that goes back to you identify your strengths, you play on your strengths, and you know what they say, practice doesn't make perfect, but practice certainly makes easier. So strengths, weaknesses, identify them, play on them, improve on your weaknesses, set your goals, achieve your goals, and that increases your confidence overall. And you know, there you go, self-confidence, number 1. Number 2 is improved relationships. Now, this isn't specifically a love relationship. It doesn't have to be with your partner or husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. This is relationships, full stop. Professional, with neighbours, with acquaintances that you maybe don't deem as a friend, but they're worth keeping in contact with for various things, you know. So I've got here. Personal development can help you become a better communicator, listener, and problem solver. These skills will help you improve your relationships with family, friends, and colleagues. So, as I said, it's not just with your immediate family, friends, and colleagues as well. And the whole point of listening or becoming a better listener and communicator is the key part there. Because I know a lot of the times I'm a terrible listener, in that when someone's talking, even if it's directly at or to me, my mind will often go wandering off on some random topic. You know, it's something that I am working on for it to not keep happening. Right, number 3 is increased happiness. So, especially once you start hitting more goals. Yep. Personal development can help you find your purpose in life and live a more fulfilling life. When you're living a fulfilling life, you're more likely to be happy. So, the fulfilling part there really is once you've reached or attained a goal that fulfills a part of your life. It's almost like if there's a missing puzzle piece. See your body as a puzzle. There's a piece missing. That can be a goal. Once you've achieved that goal, it fulfills that space and it makes you feel better. So that increases your happiness. One example of this in particular that I've noticed in myself before is learning new skills or learning something, not necessarily skills, but information about, be it tools or business, etc. When I learn something new that I can use in the future and going forward, and so forth and such, which, it definitely increases my happiness around that particular subject, because it means in the future I'm not going to have as hard a time, say, problem solving, because I've already experienced it once, I know what to do, carry on, and so forth. Number 4 is reduced stress. So, especially with meditation and affirmations and becoming better at certain things, and then in turn spending less time stressing over what are perceived as problems. Really, the problems don't exist, they are purely situations in which you are in, and the only way to get through a situation is to deal with it head on. A problem really is something that's life-threatening, something that can immediately and directly affect you and how you are going to carry on living. That's a real problem. Anything short of that is purely a life situation. Could be in work, could be at home, wherever. If it doesn't threaten your life directly, it's not a problem. It's purely a situation that you can get through. So I've got written here. Personal development can help you manage your stress levels and cope with difficult situations. When you're able to manage your stress, you will feel both better physically and mentally. I should add to that, really, a great stress reducer is exercise. Just move daily, whether it's walking, running, lifting weights, or different forms of yoga that involve stretching and movement, body weight exercises. You don't have to have a gym membership to do exercise to be healthy. Purely going out walking, doing some push-ups, sit-ups, any other body weight exercises, body weight squats, etc. They all work. They're all beneficial. You just have to do them every single day. Consistency, that's the key. The final point I have here now, this goes both ways. It's for those who are employed and self-employed or business owners. So it improves your career prospects. So personal development can help you develop new skills and knowledge, which can make you more marketable to employers. So if you're looking to be employed, or if you are currently employed by someone, obviously when you level up your skills and your knowledge base, you become more attractive as a candidate to them. As you become more skilled and knowledgeable, you'll have more opportunities and advancements in your career. So if you're self-employed or a business owner, those skills and knowledge directly apply to how you work on a daily basis, how you run your business, how you deal with customers, or how you tackle jobs, for instance. So one set of skills that I'm currently working on developing specifically for business is the marketing side of things. So search engine optimization is a bit of a boring topic, but every website needs it, so your services can be found. And it's something that I did learn about 15 or so years ago, but the landscape has completely changed in that time. So I'm relearning a lot of new information, taking old tricks and tweaking them to be up to date, essentially. So that's, and then in turn, obviously, that will improve my own business in that it should theoretically bring in more eyes on the website and see the services that I can provide. And then finally, with those benefits, some tips to not so much make it easier, but to keep you sane. As a treat this as like a partially as a little reminder to keep going, but also as if you get stuck doing something, refer to this. So setting specific goals. You set goals for what you want to achieve through your personal development, and then obviously once you know what you want to achieve, you just break it down into smaller steps. Like I said before, monthly, daily, weekly steps. The smaller the steps, the better, because the more easily achievable they are. And then how that helps you if you get stuck is if you've got everything written down. Whenever you're feeling sort of lost, you can just refer to your goals and your planning, and it will soon get you back on track for what you need to do. Finding a mentor or a coach, that's one that the majority of the books I've read and the videos I've seen online, people always say best thing to do is find a mentor or like a life coach or whatever, and that's why I picked up that book from Fiona Harold, How to Be Your Own Life Coach, because she, by her profession, she is a life coach and business coach. So taking her advice to essentially put all the practices that she as a life coach would give to her clients, and you just put it into your own little portfolio of reference material. And again, provided you have everything written out, or if you have a life coach that give you like let's call them cheat sheets, but the cheat sheets are essentially just prompts and you have to fill it in yourself. You can get journals like that in bookshops where each page has a new prompt or a question or something like that, where you have to make a list, and then you can like tabulate or flick to those various pages for reference, essentially. Point number 3 is to be patient. Like I said, this is not something that it doesn't happen overnight. It's not something that you can start one week and the next week you see improvements, not even on a monthly basis. Maybe after like 6 to 12 months, that's where you should theoretically start seeing some improvements. To be honest, I've been at this for nearly 3 months now, about 2.5 months, and there have been a few times where it has come of some use to me. So some of the things I've learned in how to deal with people, how to deal with situations more so, like the stress reduction, visualizing certain tasks, etc. So when I'm going to do something, I'll visualize how I'm going to do it, and then it It's like you've done a rehearsal in your head, and then when you come to actually do it, it's a lot easier. So, because more than anything, personal development is not a destination, it's a journey. So like I said, this journey is never going to end. It's something that once you start it, you stay on it for life. It stays with you for life, provided you remain consistent. And above all else, it's just important to remember that it takes time and effort. It doesn't happen overnight. It does take time. Finally, I've got written here to celebrate your successes. So when you achieve goals, so when I was saying about you writing down your goals and then breaking those goals into smaller steps and then breaking those steps into even smaller steps, each one of those can be seen as a small goal, and that every time you reach one of those goals, you have to celebrate it. It can just be a mental celebration, be a physical celebration. In Fiona Harold's book, she mentions literally going out, taking yourself out for dinner, or going for treating yourself to like going for a walk. To some people, that doesn't sound very celebratory, but for some people, that is. Or booking yourself in to go do a class, or anything that focuses on you and treats you. That's what you should do to celebrate your successes. So yeah, as you achieve your goals, take the time to celebrate your successes, because more than anything, that will help you to stay motivated. Now, obviously, motivation is a bit of a old or strong word, strong or weak word, depending on how you look at it, to use there, because realistically, motivation does not exist. Motivation is purely an excuse that most people look for to go and do something because they don't yet have the discipline to go and do it. So once you make something a habit, a strong habit that you naturally want to do it all the time or every day or whatever, you don't need the motivation to do it. You already have the discipline to go and do it. So one example I've used in the past, and I'll use again, is going to the gym. Most people that I come across that are not regular gym goers, they always have the excuse of not being motivated enough to go to the gym, not being motivated enough to go work out or whatever. And then they ask me, how do I remain so motivated to go to the gym 3, 4, 5 times a week? And I say to them, it's not motivation, it's discipline, it's habit. I go because I want to go. I go because I want to improve myself. I don't go there for any other reason. I'm not, I see it as fun sometimes, but that's only because I know I'm on a journey and I'm not going there for an end goal. It's a continuous journey of improvement. So, yeah, there we have it. All in all, personal development is an ongoing process. There is no one size fits all approach. Each person is different. It's definitely worth starting with good guidance. So for me, it was the Miracle Morning. That was what really kicked it off for me. Fiona Harold, her book, very helpful. And yeah, there's a ton of other books I've yet to read as well. But yeah, Rob Moore, his books are very useful, very handy. Lots of good information in there. So I suppose for consistency to play a key part in your personal development journey is that you have to find what works best for you. Yeah, that's it. My reasons for and benefits of being a better version of myself. So yeah, that was it for video 84. Hope you've found something useful there. If you have any questions, as always, drop them in the comments. I'll answer anything and everything. And until tomorrow, I'm going to get back to work, and I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, bye. Have a good day.